Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Thursday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. Today in studio, we have Mike from the Choice Market. Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
So I've been to the Choice Market. Shocking, I just needed some food. And I went into this grocery store and got some of this food. I'm like, what the heck? This is some gourmet food in a little grocery store. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it.
Give us a history of the Choice Market.
Yeah, sure. So Choice was founded in 2017 right here in Denver.
What's your background before that? I'm curious how you got into this business.
Yeah, I was in the food business.
Okay.
So I worked for White Wave Foods, which is a large CPG that was acquired by Danone. Or Dannon, as they're called in the States. But so I worked in the natural food space. The brand owners of Horizon Organic Silk, so delicious. And for Choice, we saw this gap in the marketplace, right? We fundamentally saw a lack of innovation within the C-store space and even the grocery space to a certain extent. C-stores have been selling,
for people at home, tell them what C-stores.
Yeah, sorry, convenience stores.
It's like 7-Elevens with crap food.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like on every corner of Manhattan, you have a place like this.
Exactly. And I'm actually from the East Coast, from Philly. Spent a lot of time in Manhattan. So the bodega, the corner store is pretty prevalent in Philly as well.
Yeah.
As well as a convenience store concept called Wawa that I grew up right next to.
Legendary.
Yeah, legendary, has like this crazy cult following, but they were like the first true innovators within the convenience store space. They had a full deli. They were open 24/7. They had touchscreen ordering where you could customize your sandwich.
I heard their sandwiches are amazing.
Yeah, I think they're good. They are good.
How about good for a convenience store?
Exactly. Yeah. For sure. And they're reliable. They're always there, so people love them. And so certainly that was an influence on Choice. Mm-hmm. Probably more so the time I spent in Barcelona. I spent about 8 months in Europe. And they have, like corners, more like markets on every corner. They're like 10,000 square feet, highly curated. Europe obviously is very densely populated, so walkability is really important. And so folks, that type of shopping where you're going 4 or 5 times a week, shopping the peripheral of the aisles, they had self-checkout and some sort of tech to really help streamline it. I really love that style of shopping, and that was about 10 years ago. Fast forward 10 years, I'm working at White Wave. We're designing products specifically for convenience stores, and just not getting any traction, right, in the better for you organic space. So like we created a Horizon Organic, Protein Plus, chocolate milk, perfectly designed for, that channel, and they just didn't get any traction. Okay. And I think that was kind of like the final, hey, this is a huge industry. You're talking $650 billion industry. And yet cigarettes, fuel, junk food are all decreasing in terms of revenue share. And they have very low margins, right? So food and food service has become a big part of C-stores. You're seeing Subways and McDonald's going, some operators do their own food service like Wawa and Sheetz and some others. So you're seeing this big shift and even gas, right? People are going to electric, they're taking Ubers, so even that is decreasing, right? So, we looked at the marketplace, and I said, kind of went all in, as they say. Sold my house, got an SBA loan, and went for it.
And the first location was which one?
18th and Broadway, across from the Brown Palace.
And then the next two were?
We have one at 10th and Osage, and then we just opened one, soft opening last Friday at Colfax and Gaylord. And that one is a little bit of a different format. It has superchargers, it has fuel, so it's more of your traditional format. The other are more urban style, yeah. So. And
then can we talk about the possibility of the next one?
Yeah, we can. It's public at this point.
I've seen the signs on the building for like a year now, right?
About it. The city takes a little bit to get these things done, but so that one's going to be at 8th and Bannock at the bottom of the Park on Spear Building. And that one's going to be bigger. It's like 4,500 square feet because the neighborhood, it's a densely populated, neighborhood. And we'll have our frictionless technology, which is going to be pretty cool. Nice. So you can come in, scan your QR code or swipe your credit card. There's AI cameras and sensors throughout the store.
Wow.
So you just grab what you want. You could have ordered your smoothie or any of these prepared foods ahead of time, so it's just waiting for you, and then you're on your way.
So for people who've never been to Choice Market, what will they find there?
Yeah, it's you'll find almost most categories you would find in a traditional grocery store. It's just highly curated
And local.
Yeah. We really focus on local. We focus on better for you, but we also have like traditional C-store stuff like Skittles and Gatorade and Advil, because for us, those things are people still very much.
I'm curious, what percent of sales is the
better for you?
Well, is the grocery type items?
Oh, yep.
And which is the prepared foods?
Yeah, it was about 50-50 prior to COVID. With COVID, especially at like our 18th and Broadway location, we did a very significant lunch catering.
Lunch location, which is gone now.
Yeah, it is. It's gone. It's starting to trickle back a little bit, but in essence, that shift. The grocery became more like 65%. To like 35% prepared food. It's starting to come back to equilibrium, but I think that's the beauty of our concept is we can kind of shift depending on the environment, depending on the needs of the neighborhood, right? Again, with the Golden Triangle location, there isn't much retail over there, and so that 4,500 square space, we're doing a partnership with High Point Creamery, who's doing a store within the store. Same with Method Coffee, they'll have a full cafe. So it's very much going to be, I think, a unique and really cool spot.
What kind of hours you running there? I think it was 24 at the beginning, all right?
Yeah, we did 24/7, 365 for the first year. Yeah. Learned a lot. We learned nothing good happens between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Certainly not downtown.
No, exactly. And then at the end of the day, the data didn't support it. We would still do sometimes like $800 hours between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. because the bars get out. Deliveries are still running with Uber Eats and Postmates, and so. But after, again, with COVID, we've reduced hours to midnight. But our Colfax location will be back open until 3 a.m.
Okay. Let's touch a little bit on some of the local products you brought. Sure. I saw Justin's meat there.
Yeah, we got River Bear. So River Bear does all of our proteins, both on the back house and the front of the house. Yeah. And that's honestly how we like to approach it, right? And same with Gotham Greens, which just opened up in Stapleton.
I don't know them.
Yeah, so it's an indoor farmhouse or a greenhouse. They're based out of Brooklyn, but they just built a greenhouse over here in Stapleton. Okay. So we use them for all of our salads. So anything perishable on the front of the house, we try to utilize on the back of the house to reduce waste. They do an awesome pesto as well. Pasta J's out of Boulder.
I didn't know they jar their sauce.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Rocky Mountain Soda back here.
They're coming into studio soon.
Okay, yeah, well, they're great partners with us.
This is the real deal?
Real deal, yep.
If you're looking for a pickle, this is really the
best. Bloody Mary mix. I mean, they do.
So you know how they make the Bloody Mary mix, right?
Yeah.
The stuff left over after they make the pickles, they make the Bloody Mary mix out of it.
Yeah, and I think the story, don't quote me on this, but they started making the pickles and they had all this leftover juice, and they made Bloody Mary mix out of it once, and now that's the top seller, which is...
And Snooze, that's who Snooze uses for the Bloody Mary mix.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal.
Which just having Snooze as your client is it's pretty good business.
Exactly.
Let's talk about what you brought me for lunch today.
Yes, sure thing. So, starting right to left, we have our crispy chicken. This is a free-range chicken breast.
That in a convenience store.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we in fact just won Best Fried Chicken in a convenience store by Westward, which was kind of cool. And so it's free-range chicken breast, a carrot fennel slaw, Korean barbecue, as well as sriracha aioli.
That's probably my lunch. Okay.
Yep. And this is our Impossible Burger. That's like our number 2.
You can have that, Mr. Photographer.
We have a huge vegan following in general because our whole menu. And if you include the build your own bowls, we have a lot of different vegan, gluten-free, dietary restriction options. So this has been on our menu forever. It's huge and tastes
I think last time I was there, I had like a Southwest quinoa bowl.
Yeah, we were. That's been the staple.
So good.
The number one. Yeah, so it's like a healthy Chipotle bowl.
The red onion on it. Pickled red onion.
Yep.
Some falafel, looks like.
Yeah, this is falafel. This is on our spring menu. So we do rotate our menu seasonally 3 times a year, and this is house falafel, house tzatziki, spring peas, and Colorado quinoa.
Okay.
And this
looks
is
really good.
a
I haven't had this.
veggie udon bowl. Spring veggie udon bowl. So it's spring veggies, snap peas, and an organic udon noodle with some Korean barbecue. So
I'm gonna having a little bit of that with my sandwich.
yeah. So it's it's pretty diverse. I mean, we have sandwiches, bowls, salads, smoothies, coffee on the back of house.
Breakfast?
And then breakfast we have breakfast sandwiches, burritos, acai bowls. Pretty tight, limited menu, but really, really good.
Give the people. I'm not gonna ask for phone numbers. That would be crazy. The website?
Yeah. So the website is www.choicemarket.co. Not .com. We got a lot of So .co, and then on Instagram you can follow us at the Choice Market on Instagram or on Facebook, everything else. So
Great.
yeah.
Anything else you want to tell the folks at home?
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the neighborhood, stop by our new location at Colfax and Gaylord, and be on the lookout. We're introducing a new app where you'll be able to get any of this delivered, plus good craft local beer via electric vehicle that we charge at the Colfax location. So
The app isn't available yet.
not yet.
Okay.
We're planning mid-August.
Okay.
We're just testing some stuff, but you can also gain loyalty. You can order ahead for any store. There's also a cool recipe tool. So like you can hit one button, let's say, and you want chicken parm. It adds chicken, mozzarella, everything you need to your cart. So it's going to be a really cool experience. And so be on the lookout for that as well.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Cool.
Thank you so much for bringing me
No,
lunch
thanks
today.
for having us.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see you tomorrow for another episode of What's for Lunch? Let's eat.
Yeah.